we picked it for convenience, but then once when we got here, it was like we were hooked. It's like, well, why would we go anywhere else? The one thing with Selga was that both Selga's father and I, we are first generation Latvian, and our child did not know how to speak any English. So her first day of school, she came with a little crib sheet, and we wrote down for the teacher, words that she might say in Latvian so that they would know. Within 2 months, she was speaking English fluently with a heavy European accent, and then, by Christmas, no accent. So that's how we started at Brickton. A lot of times I've been asked to speak to children, families who are transitioning from kindergarten to first grade, and it's like, why would you bring your child anywhere else? Because the program that they start already, the discipline that they have in learning and in Children's House, they transition so easily into first grade. And then once you get through the lower elementary program, why would you want to even change and put your child into a very traditional school? The way how the kids learn here is amazing. So when Selga started here, I never thought that we would be still at Brickton when she was graduating from 8th grade. But for both my girls, the programs, what they learned, it's like I can't even describe. You see it today, what they've learned when both of them went to high school. All the rubrics, they're learning, studying for tests, organizing their notes, getting prepared for projects. There were kids like, what are you doing? Why do you have so many cue cards? Why are you doing it like this? And it was, well, this is how I learn. This is how I study. And they were so successful going into high school. And other things, it's like when you think about both my girls, the 8th grade, when they were in 8th grade, there were only 4 in each of their classes, but with the 7th grade, it's a much larger class. But both of them graduated and then went to a school where their freshman class was 600 plus kids. They didn't have a problem moving from a class of 4 or 12 to a class of 600. They were confident. They knew how to talk to adults. They knew how to approach other kids, help other kids, converse with adults, study. They had no problem. It was a blip on their radar screen. They asked me to, do you want to be on the board? And I thought, okay. And then I started getting involved with that. And we developed, each board member also developed, some of the parents just from, your children's classroom, but then you also get to meet more parents that way. So I developed very strong friendships with some of the other parents there. And I got more involved, and after serving, I think it was about 2 years, they actually, Ryan McKenzie was the one who said, Katrina, I think you make a good fit for being president of the board. And so having a good working relationship with Debbie Kelly, we really hit it off really well. So I served for 4 more years on the board, and most of those were as president. So the middle school program started, and we started with the 7th grade, and Selga was at the time in the 6th grade, so it was semi-6th and 7th grade moving into the 7th and 8th grade program. But that was just, I think it completed Brickton. When she was developing the middle school program, they have like a consumer education finance section. And she said, oh, Katrina, could you please come in and just talk to the kids a little bit about it? So every other year since Selga was in 6th or 7th grade, I have participated dealing with middle schoolers. I have fun working with Judy, and it's just fun to be able to come back to Brickton and give something back to Brickton also, because it means so much to me. I hope that Brickton serves many, many more generations, not just my kids, children, that age group. It would be wonderful to see this school, exceed 100 years, and I hope it does, because it's a wonderful educational establishment.